Hello everyone. It is December the 31st, 2015, New Year's Eve, about 3 p.m. and this is DelrayVAweather.com. We're going to do a winter update because some of the models are showing some interesting things for actually about a week to 2 weeks from now, and so I want to cover some of that. What you see up on the screen is a product from College of DuPage. I've used this in videos many times before. And this is showing the thickness layers and they usually indicate where the snow rain line will be for any precipitation. DC is in this area right here, and as you can see, most of the lines here are slightly south of DC, though some are north. And this is about midnight on Sunday, January the 10th. What this is showing is potentially a winter mix for that time. And I want to just go a little bit around this this time. Let's see if we can make this. This is actually late on Saturday the 9th. You can see that DC again is here. The rain snow line goes right across us, but we don't have a whole lot of precipitation coming in at that time. If we go back to the midnight on January the 10th, you can see that this purple area is now in the DC area. That's the moisture coming into the DC area. And most of these lines are south of us, which means that the conditions are right to produce at least a winter mixture or perhaps some snow. And I want to click on this briefly. This is a sounding. This is at, again, 230 hours. It's around midnight on Sunday the 10th. And this is actually a sort of a slice through the atmosphere directly over my house. I put in my latitude and longitude here, and it shows the conditions directly over us, in other words, directly over Delray. And the fact that these red and green lines are close together indicates we're going to have some sort of precipitation at that time. It is actually showing that we're at the ground level. It's slightly above freezing, but it's showing a best guess of a precipitation of snow at that time. And that's probably an indication that it will be a mix of rain and snow. You really need to have a temperature of freezing, and this is showing a surface temperature of about 38 Fahrenheit. I want to bump this up 1 3-hour period, and we're going to go ahead and generate the sounding. Okay, here we go. And this is now showing again snow conditions, but our surface temperature has dropped to 37 degrees. Still has a pretty good potential for some sort of precipitation. And I want to bump this one more 3-hour period. Sometimes it generates quickly and sometimes it doesn't. So let's see what we got here. Okay, again, this is showing 36 degrees at this point, and it's showing rain. So we're talking about in that period in early Sunday, January the 10th, probably a winter mix. Okay, now I want to show you something else. It just popped up this afternoon, and is really the reason why I'm doing this video. Is if we advance this out to 300 hours, that's about this is probably, let me see, about 6 p.m. on Tuesday, January the 12th. If you see, all the thickness layers are way down south. This is DC in this area, and we have a big blob of moisture directly over us. And I want to go back to this. We're going to do 300 hours and do a sounding at 300 hours over Delray and see what we have. Okay, this is showing a snow condition. It is, in fact, our temperature is going to be below 32. It looks like it's going to be about 26 degrees on that time. And I want to do just a little bit either side of that to show you. This is 3 hours. Actually, this is longer. This is like a 12 hours before and 12 hours. That's not going to show us much, but let's go ahead and do it. Okay, if you notice, this this line is now separated from here, even though we have a 24-degree temperature, surface temperature. We don't have any precipitation at that point. And I want to bump this up 12 hours. This is 312 hours from when this model run was done. We're going to generate this again. And we have no precipitation. So we're talking about a fairly narrow window around late Saturday the 12th to early Sunday the 13th, in which we may actually get accumulating snow. That's probably going to be the first accumulating snowfall for the winter season on that time. And I think there's a really good chance of this because there are a lot of models that are showing this type of effect on that time. Okay, let's take a look at this. This is the European ensemble snow forecast for Reagan National Airport. If you look at the 12th, we're talking about this area right in here. And you notice how this ramps up pretty sharply. That also confirms that it's a pretty good chance that we're going to get accumulating snow somewhere in that range of 12, late on the 12th to early on the 13th. And that's two different models that are showing that. Okay, this is the European model, long range. This was updated actually Wednesday, so it's a little out of date, but it gets updated tomorrow again. It's showing again for Reagan National Airport. We're looking at about a mean of 6 inches of snow accumulated by February the 11th. So while we're still pretty well low on the snow scale, it definitely is ramping up. And if you notice, these ensembles really start kicking in that January 12th, 13th period. They start showing all indicators of a snow system. Okay. I actually think I'm going to leave it there for now. If you have any questions, just give me a tweet at PatPend, that's PATPEND, and I'll try and answer them. Thanks a lot.